So without further ado, life is short, so let's eat dessert first. She is a 2-time James Beard Award winner. I can do all this intro stuff. But really, she's the owner of Milk Bar, which you can also find online. Mother's Day is coming up, makes great gifts. You can actually buy her what she's going to be making today. You've seen her on MasterChef and MasterChef Junior. So the author of Bake Club, please welcome Christina Tosi.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. How are you? I mean, the sun's out, right? We're feeling good about that. Happy Saturday. Thank you, Michael, for such a great introduction. I love the support literacy part of everyone here today. Okay, quick question. A few quick questions. Who here is a dessert person? That's good. Okay. How many of you are members of Bake Club? Oh, I see some hands. Oh, Peggy, you didn't even tell me. Bake Club is a club for anyone that's just looking for a place with awesome people that are going to cheer them on and remind them that they're awesome no matter what comes up and what they're going through. It's a place where we also bake or talk about our love of baking, dessert, sweet things, savory things. It's a club I started a little bit ago. That's the spirit of this cookbook. It's the cookbook's reason for being. The cookbook itself is kind of the only cookbook you need if you want to get into baking. If you're into baking and you want to up your game, if you want some new recipes because you're into baking, it is the cookbook. It's everything you could imagine that you want to bake: sweet, savory breads, little things, big things, tabletop treats, drop-offable desserts, breakfast things, flaky biscuits, crepes, the whole 9 yards. And more than anything, it is my personality of baking at home, because I was a home baker first before I decided to become a professional pastry chef and do all these other things that I do in life. I just believe in the power of a baked good. Sweet and savory, it shows up, right? Like good days, bad days. When someone hands you that styrofoam plate of something or leaves something on your doorstep, or shows up because you're having a crummy day or you're celebrating something big, it always comes, food is always a part of it, but more than anything, if you haven't noticed it, it's always something baked or something that is a dessert. And I think that that's a really important part of people who love to bake, the spirit of just people in general and what we channel. I'm an introvert, and baked goods are my conduit to all of you, to the world, to community, to making friends, and so on. So, power of a baked good. And when the incredible New York Times were so generous to invite us here and talk about our cookbook and meet all of you, I had to choose one recipe, just one recipe from the entire book to make. And more than anything, I chose this recipe. Not only is it absolutely like knock out, drag you down, delicious, it is coincidentally vegan and gluten-free, so it checks basically every single box. Anyone out there that's like, but I got you, this recipe is for you. It's incredibly simple. And that's what I love about a great recipe. It can do all these things, right? It doesn't talk over you. It's there for you. It's very gettable. It's super simple. So it's really about just the right amount of simple ingredients that come together so that 1 + 1 = 3. And it's beautiful when you put it on a plate and you slice it up. This is what we're making. Or the whole shabiggity bag masterpiece. And it makes you feel this wonderful sense of accomplishment and then this desire to want to get out into the world and share. So what we're making today is chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. Chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. Is anyone out there a chocolate peanut butter person? Like, have you all gone to the Walgreens and the CVS and gotten all of the Reese's eggs that are on super duper clearance? Yes, I'm competing for you. If you're not a peanut butter person, and this is Bake Club 101, it's demystifying all the reasons that we don't do something. I'm a very big believer when cooking and baking in doing you, in being who you are. It's why I bake. And what I love about a baked good, it's always one of one. This is the one of one pie, but when you make it at home, it's going to be your one-of-one pie. And so I'm really big into, you have to follow your taste buds or the taste buds of the person you're baking for and riff. That's what it's all about. Life is about improvisation. And a lot of people think it's baking. It's scientific. There are these rules and there's no guard, right? If I don't bake like this, it will not come out. And it depends on what recipe you're making. That's true for a chocolate souffle, recipes in the book. But in something like chocolate peanut butter crunch pie land, it's there for you to really just channel what's in your pantry, because you got everything you need to make a chocolate peanut butter crunch pie your way. Maybe it's not peanut butter. Maybe it's almond butter or sunflower butter or whatever your nutty, seedy thing is. And maybe it's not chocolate. I don't know, maybe you're a butterscotch person or a white chocolate person or aura. But the spirit of this will come alive, and it's going to come alive because I'm giving you the tips and tricks that make my awesome chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. And then you want to go straight at it, go for it. If you want to make some riffs and this and that's, for me, that is what really, really inspires me to keep baking and keep creating, because you're going to see the world differently than I see the world, and you're going to see a recipe differently the way I see a recipe. You guys ready to learn how it's done? Okay. By the way, I have a lot of extra dessert up here, so a few things. If you have a question as we go, you can shout it out. You can raise your... Peggy does have a microphone, but if you want to get vocal, you can also just shout it out. You don't have to raise your hand, but if you were raised in no, I have to raise my hand and call on, I got you too. That's number one. Number two, I have a bunch of dessert, so I'm not going to tell you how you get dessert, but it's up here. And we're going to make a whole pie that is insane and delicious and something you can make at home and hopefully inspires you to spend more time in the kitchen once you get your nose out of your book on National Independent Bookseller Day. And here we go. Okay, so chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. I love texture in dessert. I think dessert is always a study in texture. It is... Even when it's soft, if it's a soft, spongy cake, if it's a chocolate souffle, right? It's a study in soft textures. The chocolate peanut butter crunch pie is a study in crunch, right? And that ASMR crunch. Y'all want to hear what this pie sounds like when you cut it? Yes. It is, oh my gosh, I'm realizing my knife's over here. Here we go. We want to use a chef's knife. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if I can get my microphone done. I got to sneeze over it. I know. Here we go. You guys hear that? Get closer. When you crunch it, you can hear it. It's so delightful. Okay, so it's about texture for me. Pie. How many of you have been to Milk Bar? Okay, thank you. So you've been to Milk Bar. We have pie on the menu at Milk Bar. We have cookies, we have cakes, we have pie, we have ice cream. Only everything that we do is in celebration of those formats of dessert, but nothing quite. We don't have an apple pie on the menu at Milk Bar, for example. And none of the pie on the menu at Milk Bar has a traditional pie crust. I love pie as a format, and I love a great pie crust. But I also love asking the question, what if? And in Pie Land, I always thought, well, why does pie have to have a pie crust? Why does it have to have a lattice top? Why does it have to have fruit in it, etc.? And then more than anything, I like asking the question of but why not make a different crust? And in chocolate peanut butter crunch pie land, what if it doesn't have a crust? What if there is no crust to my pie? So we're not gonna make a pie crust. I also love the fact that it's coincidentally gluten-free and vegan, so all of these questions, right, of but how am I gonna do this thing? I'm not trying to compete with that here. So we're gonna grease the bottom of a 10-inch pie shell. By the way, this chocolate peanut butter crunch pie makes an awesome mini pie. You can make it into, you're I'm not a pie person. I don't have a pie plate. I'm spinning. I'm already telling myself why I can't do this. You can make it on a baking sheet. You can make it in a loaf pan. Anything that you have that will hold something that you might roast or cook or bake, you could make it in this bowl. You could use literally a frying pan like this as the base of it. It works in every format. We're gonna take rice cereal. So just crispy rice cereal, what you buy at the grocery store, and we're gonna put it in a warm pan. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start toasting it. This is basically the binder of the peanut butter part of our pie. And we're toasting this rice cereal, which is vegan and gluten-free, just because it is, because color equals flavor. That is true for cooking and the savory side of things, and it is true for dessert. Color equals flavor. And I want this rice cereal to have a little bit more of a depth of flavor, a little bit of a more roundness. I want it to enhance the peanut butter. Peanut butter is inherently earthy and nutty, right? And deep and round. And so if I can get a little bit of color on these Rice Krispies, they're gonna help bring out the nuttiness of the peanut butter, kind of like underscore it, or if you highlight it and put it in bold and then underlined it and then increase the font, that's what it's going to do from a flavor standpoint. So as those Rice Krispies start toasting, I have a little double boiler. You can make this entire recipe in the microwave, by the way, as well. I'm a big one bowl wonder microwave person at home. So I just have a little pot of water underneath with water in it, and on top of it is a glass bowl. And it looks like this clear liquid. Can y'all see that? It's coconut oil. Why coconut oil? Why not butter? Fun fact about peanut butter. If you really want to bring the flavor of peanut butter out in a recipe, a little bit of coconut oil does the trick. There's nothing about this pie that tastes like coconut oil, to be clear. Coconut oil is kind of like toasting the Rice Krispies. It's a supporting character in bringing out the nuttiness and the earthiness of this peanut butter. And that's key. Butter is great. We use butter in basically everything else in our kitchen. It is an incredible, incredible ingredient. Butter in and of itself has so much flavor that it starts to compete a little bit with peanut butter. And I want this to be really deep and nutty. So I'm bringing coconut oil to the party because I need some fat to keep my peanut butter mixture a little bit more fluid, almost into a batter. And I know butter's gonna compete with the peanut butter flavor, but a little bit of coconut oil will give me the fat and give me that nice nuttiness. So I'm just stirring that around. Oh, Pegs, what do you got question-wise?
I want to be a baker when I grow up, so do you have any tips for me?
Oh my gosh. I have, well, do you bake right now?
Yes.
What kind of stuff do you bake?
We bake like cookies.
What kind of cookies? Tell us more.
We baked like a giant chocolate chip cookie.
Like this big, like this big? Yeah. Is it crunchy on the outside? Is it underbaked in the center? Yeah, all the things. Why do you want to be a baker?
Because I think it would be like fun to make different things.
To be creative every single day. Okay, I have a question. Do you like really hard work? Do you like waking up early in the morning?
No.
Okay. Okay. You could still be a restaurant pastry chef. Do you like staying up late at night?
Yeah.
Okay. That's more, I'd say you could be a pastry chef. Like baker hours, like bakery hours, they usually start really early. Like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you're at work. So you brushed your teeth, you brushed your hair, you done all the stuff, and then you're at work at 4 a.m. Because you got to bake for everyone that's coming in to get their breakfast pastry, you know what I mean? But late night, you could be a night owl, you could be an overnight baker. You could be a bread baker that bakes overnight. You could be a pastry chef that works restaurants where you're making dessert for people that they eat after all their savory food, right? My recommendation is to keep baking and try new things on for size. So bake recipes that you see on the internet, bake recipes that you find in awesome cookbooks here, and try all different types of baking and dessert. And then when you are feeling like you're ready for it, you should go to one of your favorite places to eat dessert or to get a baked good and ask them if you can intern with them or stage with them. It's a funny word. It's a funny word. That basically means, can I come and learn in your kitchen? They're probably not going to pay you, which isn't a bad thing here. It's a learning experience. And you could do that in a bunch of different places, and it will give you a taste of, there's all different places that you could be a baker when you grow up that could look very different. And I think that's the best place to start. Like, keep sharpening your craft and exposing yourself to flavors and desserts and dessert forms, and like get into some real world practice shots and say, not everything's gonna be for you. When I was your age, I baked a lot at home, and then I got a little bit older and I tried all different types of jobs on for size. I worked really early in the morning, I worked really late at night, I worked for a food magazine, I worked for a caterer, I worked for someone that made beautiful things look beautiful for books and stuff called food styling. I worked in the front of house at restaurants because I thought, well, maybe I'll be the person that brings the food to the table. And that helped me decide where I wanted to go and what I wanted to be. And what happened with Milk Bar was I loved working in restaurants, but I also loved being a home baker. And I thought, why isn't there a place that's both about home baking, but also in like fancy formal pastry chef land, the insight and the ingenuity? And it didn't exist, so I opened Milk Bar. But that's my advice and recommendation.
What's your favorite treat to make?
Oh, my favorite treat to make, chocolate chip cookie dough. And I bake it to share with other people, but really I'm making it to eat as dough for myself. And I put a little bit, I have teacups in my house, but they're not for tea. I don't drink tea, I drink coffee. But I use them because I put scoops of chocolate chip cookie dough in there, and then I put it in the microwave for like 5 seconds. So it's still cookie dough, but the chocolate chips get melty. That is my favorite snack of all time. It's a great question. Okay, so my peanut butter and my coconut oil are super duper liquid, right? They're like super duper battery. I'm gonna add a little bit of confectioner's sugar. It's a lot of confectioner's sugar. It's a whole pie's worth of confectioner's sugar to this mixture of this bowl. My Rice Krispies are getting nice and toasty. When you're toasting something, slow and low. If you put something on super high heat, it's gonna get color fast, more likely to burn, which we don't want. We want a slow and low toast. Nice depth of color here. So I'm going to take my Rice Krispies off the heat, and I'm just mixing my confectioner's sugar into my peanut butter coconut oil mixture, and I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. Do y'all know why we add salt to desserts? What do you think? Oh, yes.
To bring the flavor out.
Oh, come up here right now. Come up here right now. How did you know that? I don't know. I don't know this person. Okay, I have a question. Do you need a slice or a whole pie? A whole pie! Oh my gosh! Congratulations! What? Brilliant. Everyone's his best friend, right? That pie feeds more than one, I promise. Oops. So salt brings out flavor and sharpness in desserts. A lot of people think dessert is all about sugar and it's all about sweet, and maybe you can add some fruit or some acid, but every dessert, in my opinion, needs salt. Salt contextualizes, right? Just like you would add acid or spice and savory to sharpen a flavor, our palate needs some context. And that salt, especially when we're talking about a flavor story that's chocolate and peanut butter. We've toasted the rice to get a little deeper and nuttier. We've added this coconut oil so peanut butter stays the star. Peanut butter loves a little bit of salt to come out and play. So salt is gonna do that for us. So there's a little bit of salt in this mixture. And I am just mixing those ingredients, the peanut butter, that melted coconut oil, the confection sugar, the salt, around until I have almost this dough-like state. It almost looks like peanut butter cookie dough, right? Just so that this dough loosens up. The confectioner's sugar in it sort of tightens it up a little bit. We want to get it a little bit more loose. And to this mixture, the Rice Krispies are gonna go in. Now, while we do that, I'm gonna start a little double boiler here and add some chocolate chips, vegan chocolate chips, and a little bit of peanut butter. So I'm adding a little bit of peanut butter into this bowl of chocolate chips so that as the chocolate melts, I have a nice little bit of an amount of fat. So when the chocolate melts and then sets up again, it sets firm, right? It sets firm, but it's still sliceable, and on your tongue will melt, will dissolve a little bit easier. I like one of my number one pet peeves is trying to eat really cold chocolate. Like, I like cookies and cream, but I can't do a chocolate chip ice cream. And you wanna know why? Because I love ice cream, but the chocolate, What happens? It's in the back of your molars. What are we doing here, right? It just doesn't work for me. So we're gonna add a little bit of peanut butter into the bowl of our chocolate chips so that it softens the chocolate. It makes it a little bit more fluid when it melts. Will be great for us because we're gonna spread it in just a second. But it also is because when we go to eat that pie, we don't want our teeth to be stuck in this cold chocolate moment. We want it to be really, really nice so that we can get to the crunch of it. Okay, Pegs, who do we have?
I have a question about the peanut butter.
Talk to me.
What kind of peanut butter?
You'll love this. Peanut butter, this is like really fighting words, right? So Michael, who you met just a second ago, was like, I know that you're a Skippy girl. And I was like, okay, Michael, a smooth Skippy peanut butter is what I typically have at home. It's like what I like to eat with a spoon, dip a cookie in when no one's looking, that. But I've recently really gotten into, can I tell you one of my favorite peanut butters? This is going to be very surprising for anyone that knows me. Do you all know that Smucker's has an all-natural peanut butter? It's like a medium roast. There's no sugar in it. It is one of the most delightful peanut butters out there that no one's talking about. But Michael will tell you that he used like a really nice, like single origin, that's not actually a thing in peanut butter, peanut butter that has no sugar in it. Because it's really about, if you like a really dark, nutty peanut butter, if you're in peanut butter aisle of the grocery store, you can start to read the sides, and there's light, you can also look with your eyes, right? The lighter roasts are lighter in color, the darker roasts are darker in color. But I'm either a Skippy girl or a Smucker's all-natural peanut butter girl. I think it's really up to you. I really think when you're making dessert, you're either saying, this is what I think tastes really, really great, or you're making it for someone else. And so if you know, like, my number 2 at Milk Bar is obsessed, he will go to battle with you that it's Jif peanut butter. And he might even tell you that it's Jif chunky. And I would say, if I was making this pie for him, I would bring 100%. I wouldn't even talk about Skippy. I would only bring crunchy Jif peanut butter. So, but peanut butter, everyone has the peanut butter that they like. Those are my 2. What are you? You're a Jif girl.
Okay. This one.
I hear you. So, I just added our nice roasty toasty Rice Krispies to my bowl. You guys can't see because it's a little foggy. This is what it looks like right now. It's crunchy. Listen to this. Do you hear that? I wish I had like a microphone for my pots and pans. This is the peanut butter crunch pie of the chocolate peanut butter crunch pie filling. And I'm just mixing it around. I don't want to crush my Rice Krispies too much. I want the texture in the mix, but I also want to make sure they are really, really, really well enrobed in that peanut butter, coconut oil, confectioner, sugar, salt of it.
Go Tosi!
Hi, do y'all know Roy Choi? Have you bought his book, The Joy of Cooking? Hi, Chef. Roy just did a demo, so if you're back here, it's because you saw the brilliant Roy Choi. This guy's the best dessert hound. I went to Hawaii with him literally just to eat dessert and savory food for a whole week. Okay, we got a question.
Okay, what is your favorite flavor combinations
Ooh.
that you love but people think are crazy?
That people think are crazy. Oh, that's a really good question. That's like that's the like what makes sense in life for you that nobody else sees. Okay, one of my favorite ones since a kid. Again, I'm gonna get real vulnerable with you. Lima beans and ranch salad dressing. Literally the only way my mom could get me to eat vegetables as a kid. I still to this day, lima beans and ranch salad dressing. One of my other ones, these are like dirty dessert secrets but in savory land. Mayonnaise, a baguette, Cool Ranch Doritos. I don't need cheese in it, I don't need meat in it, just like a nice baguette, mayonnaise, Cool Ranch Doritos. It's a study in texture. It's the crunch. It's the crunch. Let's see. In Sweetland, that's a good question. I like classics. I'm a real blueberry miso gal. If you've never had blueberry and miso together, I think they're pretty incredible. I like blueberry a lot. I like blueberry and sour cream. Not that they're that's abnormal, but they're things for me that are like, if I'm gonna have blueberry in a dessert, it has to come with these things. trying to think of what my other favorite funny dessert things are. I'm more like, I don't like to eat ice cream cold. I like to eat it melty. Like I let it sit in my same teacup, but I just let it sit until it's like halfway in a pool because it's warmer, so you can taste more of it. You don't get brain freeze. You can really savor it. I think those are my weirdest things. Is that weird? It's not weird for me, but those are things that normally people are like, what are you doing with that bowl of ranch salad dressing and lima beans? And I'm eating it. Thank you so much. Come over anytime for dinner. Great question.
Did you have a lot of lilikoi desserts when you went to Hawaii with Roy?
I love passion fruit. One of my favorite menu items at Milk Bar is a chocolate chip passion fruit cake that we had on the menu on day one, 17 years ago. And it exists because I think I made it for Dave for his birthday one year. And it is a very much like if you know, you know, dessert, but it's passion fruit curd, chocolate chip cake, so very American, passion fruit curd, lilikoi. And then it has a really thin layer of coffee frosting. So it's very, if it grows together, it goes together, right? Tropical things, coffee, chocolate, lilikoi. So good. We also went to I think it's one of two of the last McDonald's that still deep fries the apple pie. So good. You can get a taro root fried apple pie. Lot of shave ice, the whole shebigity bang. Okay, so just a quick update. I took that mass, I put it in my greased pan. If you don't have a pie shell and you want to do it in a cookie tin, literally just spread it around. I made my peanut butter crunch of it. I like to give it just a little bit of a dome. You know, the way that you get like a lemon meringue pie or what have you, where it always domes over the top a little bit. I love that. You can also go super flat like this and just fill it to the lid. So domed or otherwise. And then checking back in on our chocolate chip peanut butter mixture. Those chocolate chips are almost melted. That's key here in what's got to go before we line the top of our pie. I think we have another question, Peggy. What do we got?
Have you ever tried cookie cups?
Cookie cups? Tell me more.
A cookie cup is like on the show I watched that they chocolate chip dough, and then they put it in this like cup and they put it in the oven, and then you make this almond milk and you pour it in, and it's not supposed to spill.
So you get your milk and cookies at the same time? That is a brilliant idea. Okay, wait. Will you dream me up your favorite cookie and milk combination in a cookie cup? If we were going to make a cookie cup together, what flavor of cookie would we make and what flavor of milk?
Chocolate chip and almond milk?
And almond milk? What kind, is that how you like to take your cookie and milk combo? Ooh, I love it. That sounds delicious. Okay, will you come up here? I have a cookie for you. How do you feel about pretzels? Do you like salty sweet? I have a chocolate chip pretzel cookie. But it looks like you have some other people you're sitting with. Are you here with your family? They're here? How many people are you? A bunch? Wait, how many is a bunch? So many, as many cookies as I have? More than that? Okay, that's good. That's enough. I hope it's okay. Oh, all right. Okay, we had another question.
What's your favorite MasterChef Junior dessert?
I love the energy. My favorite MasterChef Junior dessert was Jasmine's pineapple upside down macaroon. I thought it was so brilliant. You have a pineapple upside down cake, but you make it into a macaron. It's yellow. It had the filling. It had a little maraschino cherry. It was so good.
But in the recipe, it said it was just in a pineapple upside down cake.
That's right. In the MasterChef Junior cookbook, but through a macaron, like in the shape of a macaron.
Oh.
So good. Do you like dessert?
Yes.
Do you like chocolate and peanut butter or chocolate and pretzel more?
Chocolate and peanut butter.
Wait, are you with anyone else? 2 more people? Yes! Won the lottery. There he goes. Okay, we have chocolate and the little bit of peanut butter is there. And we're using peanut butter as the fat and not butter or oil or coconut oil in this case, because the flavor story is chocolate peanut butter. So every time you add an ingredient to a recipe, ideally there's a reason for it. Maybe it's textural, maybe it's technique, but I always think about, what am I adding, and is this enhancing the flavor story, or is it going to detract a little bit from it? So I know I don't want my chocolate to be super hard when I go to eat it, which means I want to add a little bit of fat to it to soften it. It also makes it really pretty when you go like that. And it's about chocolate and peanut butter. So, instead of using oil or butter, I can use a little bit of peanut butter, and that will do that, and also just make it taste more like chocolate and peanut butter. You know when you get something on the menu and they say, oh, it's gonna be brown butter and chocolate and lavender, and you take a bite and you're like, wait, what did I order? What was this supposed to be? We eat with our eyes first, or we read, right? And when you write something on a menu, it's a promise that it's a promise that we're making as chefs to you, that what you get is going to be what we wrote down and what you're expecting. And flavor is really important to me, right? Like when you have a bite, you want it to knock you out. Like, you want it to feel electrifying. And so every ingredient that you put into a recipe, why am I doing it? Is it going to make it better? Is it going to detract? Is it going to take things away from it? And the final piece of it for me is it must pass what we call at Milk Bar the obsession test. So that is very, very, very simply, if we are not obsessed with it, we can't expect you to be obsessed with it. And so really we're making the promise that when we designed this recipe, it was so delicious we couldn't put it down, and we can't wait to share it with you. That's the premise of anything we put on the menu. It's the premise of anything that I make on Bake Club. That's in the Bake Club cookbook, that's in any of our cookbooks. So that's a really, really important piece of it. I am just taking the chocolate and the peanut butter and literally just putting it on top of this pie. I'm letting that really nice fluid chocolate peanut butter mixture do what it's meant to do, which is just sort of drape down. It's not fussy. You don't need any fancy tools. You can use that same spatula, bring it around, let it hug the edges and the corners. And then if you have a fridge or a freezer, pop it in there. It will set everything just a little bit more quickly, or you can play the waiting game, which is no big deal. If you are super duper into a salty, flaky sea salt, you can put that over the top. We do a little crushed peanuts on the menu at Milk Bar to just gild the lily, because why not? Texture, we're here for texture. We're here for peanuts and peanut butter. If you were doing almonds and almond butter in that way, maybe you're garnishing it with crushed almonds. Maybe you're using granola in place of the cereal or Rice Krispies and used a bunch of different seeded nut butters. You could garnish it with a little bit of granola. I also think it's nice because the top, we eat with our eyes, right? The top tells you what it is you're about to cannonball into, and that's a nice way to sort of connect to the story. All right, Peggy, what do we got?
Can you talk a little more about the book club, the Bake Club that inspired the book?
Great
is it
question.
An online community that you created that anybody can join, or what's
Bake Club is, I started it online with Shannon, who's somewhere in the crowd. No, she's hanging out over here with the cool glasses. We started it honestly during the pandemic because we were missing that sense of community, and there were all of these feelings and emotions, and when I feel anything, I'm like, I know what the answer is. I'm just gonna go hide in the kitchen and bake, and I'll work the problem and figure it out. Even if the problem isn't a recipe, it just makes me, it's where I go for my own therapy. And we just didn't realize what a thing it would be. And it's become this incredible club. It lives online, it lives in person, but every week online we release a brand new recipe. You can sign up at bakeclub.com. You get your own card. You also get your own card in the back of the book, but we'll tell you, we're in your inbox once a week to tell you, hey, these are the 5 simple ingredients if you want to bake with us this week. And then when we release the recipe, it goes in that same email so that you have this incredible collection of recipes. You have access to everything. And more than anything, you have this incredible sense of belonging. You might also not even be a baker and be like, I just love to watch dessert. I love to just imagine these things. I like to learn a little bit. It's not about having time or making time to bake, but rather just being in being in this thing, being a part of something and a sense of belonging. And anyone can join. You can also follow us online. I think it's probably at my Instagram handle at Christina Tosi. And it's the same thing when we're R&Ding something, but every week it's a new recipe. It's a come in, all are welcome. Open up your cupboards, open up your imagination, or just cheer someone else on that's taking a risk. Great question. Oh wait, are you a chocolate peanut butter person or a chocolate pretzel person? She's won it. Are you crushed peanuts or no crushed peanuts on top? Okay. I'm gonna give you a big old piece. There you go, Mama. Okay, we got questions.
What's the best birthday cake you've ever had?
Oh, the best birthday cake I ever had for me, my mom, every year on my birthday, when I was living at home. I think she still does it for me now, but she sends it in the mail. Funfetti box cake mix, tub of Funfetti frosting freshly made. She would race home from work, turn on the oven, open up the box of cake, 2 eggs, oil, water in a 9x13 pan. She would frost the cake while it was still a little warm so the frosting melts down into it so it's nice and gooey. And then Funfetti sprinkles on top. Like so much so it's my favorite cake that we created a whole from scratch version of it at Milk Bar. It's the birthday cake. Taylor Swift gets it for her birthday. A bunch of other people do, and it is my love letter to my favorite birthday cake. That's a great question. Wait, will you tell me what your favorite birthday cake is?
Probably. Me and my grandma found this recipe one year online. It was a 1-layer chocolate cake with chocolate ganache on top, and we decided to put some strawberries on it. It was really, really good.
Oh, thank you for making yours. Are you a chocolate peanut butter person or a chocolate pretzel person?
Chocolate peanut butter.
Come on up. Okay, are you a with nuts or not with nuts? With or without? Oh, great nails. Oh, she's got really good nails. What do you think? Which slice do you think is yours? What's calling for you? Okay, you take it, and there's your napkin. Oh my gosh, do you have more than one person you're with? Oh my gosh, your mom needs one. Grab one for her. Mother-daughter day? Please. Thanks for sharing your story. Okay, what do we got? Questions?
I have your cookbook.
You do? Which one? Bake Club?
I don't know.
Kids only? Have you baked from it?
I baked a cookie.
Which cookie?
I don't know the name.
You don't know the name. What did it taste like?
Chocolate.
So wait, are you a chocolate guy, a chocolate peanut butter guy, or a chocolate pretzel guy?
Chocolate peanut butter.
Oh my gosh, you baked a chocolate cookie from the cookbook. Come on up. Are you a with or without nuts? Without nuts. Do you want to choose one of these slices? Which one's calling to you? Yeah, the big one. 100%. Okay, you get to grab it. Are you with anyone else? Who's here with you, or did you come alone? Your mom, your dad, and your brother, do you want to take some of this back for them? What do you think? Maybe I'll send you with 2 cookies, and then you can grab one more slice of pie, just in case they're chocolate pretzel people. Good, the other big one, 100%. Okay, you got it all? Okay, here we go. Okay. How about you hold out both your hands? There you go. Boom. 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 Do you need help down? Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna hoist you down. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's got it. Okay. Y'all, I have a few more slices of pie. I have 2 whole pies. They all need homes. What do we got?
In the show Bake Squad, how did you pick the bakers?
Oh my gosh, in the show Bake Squad. So we have a show on Netflix called Bake Squad where we have 4 incredible bakers. Someone comes in every episode and nominates someone that is in need of people to show up for them. Really big and bold with dessert. We just met random people that had incredible stories, and we said, we want to show up for your baby shower, for your friends